on 2021 driver career mode stream, and today we are back in Formula 1 2021 after a couple of week hiatus, but now we're here today for round 5 of this F1 2021 championship here in season 2.
Engine issue was enforced.
And as you can see, we are closing in on Red Bull Racing, and we're pulling away from McLaren as we're looking to try and get back into the contention of one of the best cars here on the Formula 1 grid. Here today, though, of course, it is gonna be hard, considering that we still have a long way to go in our Ferrari journey. We have, I think, about until the end of the season to impress the bosses and try to get an offer for Ferrari, or maybe even Red Bull. But Red Bull Mercedes depends on that. But you see, whether it's looking good there. You see, look at that. We're not closing, but we're starting to get there. We pulled away from McLaren at least, but and Alpine's catching up as well. So Alpine with Kimi Räikkönen, with the experience of the 2007 champion, now they're starting to close in on McLaren. They're looking to be competing with Alpine and the likes of the Aston Martin and the AlphaTauris as well. So definitely one of the most good races. So you see there, championship standings, we are 10 points behind the world champion of Max Verstappen, who last season did really well. So we're not gonna do any of that qualifying, because of course we're gonna do the Austrian Grand Prix, and of course actually no, we're doing the Austrian Grand Prix maybe next week, but right now I think I'm kind of tired. But look, you see there, 6 or 8, 9, maybe I'll try. But I mean, we're gonna do next week. As soon as the things, I'm gonna do an ISCA open lobby stream next week. So this is gonna be good. As you see here, qualifying in for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, round 5 of the season here, round 5 of season 2 here today. And of course, here is your one of the championship contenders here today, Zenek. He's looking to try and fight the Red Bulls here today. So definitely rear wing has to be at least a 9. Yeah, no, 8. Yeah, 9. Then yeah. There we go. So then let's go. Oh, I can't believe this is realistic. So we're gonna be as light as humanly possible, but yeah, definitely the muscle memory is not there. The muscle memory hasn't warmed up yet. It has been a couple of weeks, and we were focusing on MotoGP here. So first corner, this time we flashed back to really well. The second corner, nice and easy, neat and tidy. Oh, it's way more violent now compared to last time I was here. We're going towards 3. Definitely a new feel. Feels a little bit different coming back here to the cockpit of a Formula 1 car, but definitely a much fun experience. As I'm just gonna flashback that. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have the most flashbacks in a single race here today, but yeah, we'll see. As definitely not like looking at like the MotoGP games. Playing MotoGP for like a couple of hours for 2 weeks. Anxiety there, going through the castle section, and the exit of the castle section, get the exit there, and we're gonna get a nice and easy. See Valtteri Bottas up in the head. stepping away there. And yeah, it's looking like a good feeling here today. Definitely one. Definitely just gonna get another pole position here. Also just did a horrible lap, but not going to cross the line here today. Did I change the difficulty? Did I change the difficulty here? No, so it's sticking at 90. It's literally the exact same difficulty level as the let's say GP series. So here with the lights of the car across the line, it is going to be pole position here in the Scuderia
good job,
Ferrari.
mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
Definitely a massive feeler here today. And
with qualifying finished, it's time to remind
nice
ourselves
there,
of our top
sixth
three, the Professor
place.
Bottas and Max Verstappen. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
See there, Verstappen third, our championship rival. That's what we need. You see the Alpines, they're closing up to the McLarens as well. I mean, Esteban Ocon is up there in 11th and 12th as well. And you see Dan Ricciardo 16th, 14th there for the Alfa Romeo man. But Sebastian Vettel there in the top 10. So yeah.
Let's have your thoughts. It's always good to qualify at the front, isn't it? Do you feel that you don't need to? You scrape the walls of it.
Yeah. I wasn't struggling for grip, I was just doing some stuff, doing some issues, so. Ferrari are starting to be competitive here this season. It feels like it's starting to feel good.
Well done. Very solid result. You're looking good for the race.
See there. Definitely. I know we're just gonna save. Probably, yeah, we should probably save. Just so we can get in our mass. So, here we go then. Round 5 of 16 of this championship. And here it goes.
Welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today, so our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully away from the barriers. The Baku City Circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers and is made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to catastrophic consequences for all of our drivers. It's just about time to go to the track for the beginning of the race, but before we do, Anthony Davidson, what types of strategy do you think we can expect for today's event?
Well, there's a lot that both the driver and the team have to keep in mind when going into a race.
Right, by
Tyres,
6
fuel,
points.
energy recovery systems, the list goes on and on. But I think the key to today's victory will come down to the pit stop strategy. Come in too soon and you might find yourself needing more than one stop. Too late and you're putting yourself at a disadvantage by spending longer on worn tyres.
Teammate there.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. The Professor lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Lewis Hamilton and Sainz, Norris, Gasly, Ticktum and Sebastian Vettel. Ocon, Raikkonen,
Two Alpines there, 11th and 12th.
and Tsunoda. Russell, Ricciardo, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Mick Schumacher.
No penalties?
Latifi,
No
and
penalties?
Richard
In Azerbaijan?
Mazepin. For the lights to go out.
You've gotta
So
be
let's
kidding
head
me.
down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
You've gotta be kidding me. That is insane. I mean, okay.
After the points finish last race,
let's focus.
let's
Okay.
aim to keep the
So,
momentum going.
Definitely looking to get this on a high note here. Okay, it's on a high note. So formation lap is gonna start.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and
Third
brakes.
one.
We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Let's just try and like take these corners. So definitely not light going through that, but yeah, the rust's still there. Still needs to be fixed, but anyway, let's just go on here. This circuit, of course, one of the most iconic circuits when it first came in 2016. Loads of crashes, loads of chaos, and then the year after that, where this Ferrari that I'm on right now, before in 2017, well, it was a beast. Where it was such a beast that this Ferrari hit Lewis, the world champion of that season, Lewis Hamilton, and the driver was the name of the driver was Sebastian Vettel, who hit Lewis Hamilton and thought he was brake tested, but got penalized, and both of them were compromised that race. This race was one of the most chaotic races on the calendar. Was expected to be one of the most chaotic races on the calendar in 2018, and it delivered 2019, and it kind of delivered 2020, 2021. Yeah, 2021. It also delivered 2020, and the years go on and on. But so far, will that happen here today in our career mode here in Season 2? This is actually, I mean, this is, I don't know if we've raced on this circuit last season, but correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, anyway, let's go back here today into the race currently. So we're on pole position here today. We're ahead of the Finn of Valtteri Bottas, who's at the moment, I think, 4th in the Drivers' Championship. Verstappen, our championship rival, he's 10 points ahead of us. Meanwhile, Lando Norris, who's 6 points behind us, is 7th on the grid. And Carlos Sainz, I'm sure if we can fend him off, because that McLaren, those two McLarens are definitely underperforming so far this season, and the R&D shows it, where they are 4th in the R&D chart rankings, but still getting catched up there by Alpine. Speaking of Alpine, 11th and 12th, they're looking for another points finish, as they're going to try and fight the likes of Vettel and Dan Tixon, who's back from McLaren after his first half season. Now here in his first little season, he's doing quite decently. What can Sergio Perez do to claw back and go back up into second place in the championship? Here today is where he's lined up on the grid.
The rest of the grid is forming
see
up.
that behind our team, and Carlos Sainz staring to the back of Sergio Perez's rear wing. Can he get a good start here for Ferrari? Remember, he almost won that race in Italy in their home race. But here today in Azerbaijan, what can we do here from pole? It is lights out and away we go. It's a brilliant stuff from Max Verstappen behind us, but gets compromised and had to lift their go towards the entry of turn 1. Max Verstappen, but we lead ahead of Max Verstappen, and his Valtteri Bottas, Lewis Hamilton, Sergio Perez there in top 5. Brilliant start there from Max Verstappen. He's now up into second place. He's looking to try and take the win away from us here today. Right now we're kind of being a bit cautious here, especially the rust here. No practice at all on this track, on these types of cars. For the first, I've drove that car in qualifying for the first time since 2 weeks ago when it was in Portugal, but still here today. We are leading from Max Verstappen, whom we made contact with in Portugal. As we hit the wall there just a bit, we're trying to get use the entry of the corner as much as possible here, but look at this, Max Verstappen right in the back of us as we're struggling to try and cope up with the handling of this car here today. Meanwhile, Bottas there instead ahead of his team, Lewis Hamilton, and Sergio Perez in 5th. But we're at the moment just trying to defend here, and not using too much care on the inside. Verstappen is still there behind. Was pressurized left and right by the world champion and Red Bull and Mercedes. They're looking to be quick here today as vehicle condition, and as we're trying to get a team ready here from Jeff, but whilst we're doing that, Max Verstappen just got a great run going through towards the far corner, and here comes Valtteri Bottas as well. Jeff, no damage there concerned, but it's going to be 3 wide going through a straight. No, it's not. Bottas was just too scared to do that. Going 3 wide going through that corner, but we're still ahead of Verstappen as we are still in the lead of this race. But for how much longer though?
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus
These
on the
sides,
driving.
the handling of the car, it doesn't feel good though. It doesn't feel quite that good, but at the moment here, it is ourselves that leads ahead of Max Verstappen in this Scuderia Ferrari.
Tyre condition is still looking good.
As going towards this corner. Holy!
No need to worry about
I'm
tyre
struggling
conditions
there,
for
and here
now.
comes
Everything's
Verstappen.
looking
Verstappen takes the advantage there. I was just a little bit struggling, but Verstappen there side by side with us. But can we get the exit going through the corner? Yes, we do. Now going through the castle section, nice and easy. And Daniel Ricciardo's out. What has happened to Daniel Ricciardo? As 1 lap in, what has happened to Daniel Ricciardo here today? Daniel Ricciardo has an engine failure only a lap into his race, as we're going to look at a little bit of a replay here on the battle between ourselves and Verstappen. But unfortunate there for Daniel Ricciardo, his race is already done here today, and Verstappen though, his race isn't over yet, and he's looking to get us here today and try to get the lead here of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And we're continuing to struggle in this Ferrari car, going through the left and right kinks there, going through the corner. Here comes Verstappen though. He's got the brilliant exit. Verstappen versus ourselves. Ferrari versus Red Bull. This is for the race winner today. Verstappen gets the exit, gets the brilliant pass, and he's ahead. But for how much longer? Because we made contact with him as he locked up. Going through the race as I flashback there and pretend that nothing has happened. So that is our actual first flashback of the day here today with Max Verstappen. He's on the 42.6s and the rest of them are 42.1s, but Verstappen decides to move on the inside. We're going to go through the outside, swoops and slides a little bit there on the outside. 10-1 and we're ahead. Then I go towards turn 2 and the exit of 2. We're still ahead, but Verstappen though, he has DRS. We're trying to break that break that slipstream as we're getting this over. We do not make the same mistake as last race where we didn't leave him room, and this time we left him too much room, but we're still ahead of the Dutchman and the Dutch world champion of Max Verstappen, and Verstappen is still down in 2nd place. So yeah, a little bit of messed up commentary there, today, but yeah, as here comes Valtteri Bottas. He's trying to get the run out of the Red Bull, but still nothing that he could do. Through the castle section, nice and easy. Do not accelerate when you're going through the curves because you're going to get too much kinks there. Oh, a little bit of wobbling there. That's going to give Verstappen a little bit of a run, but still we're ahead of the Dutchman. Now come on, we're just taking nice and easy as we hit the wall there. Now we've gapped him just a bit. Now the gap is now over a second. Towards the left and through the right. He's still gonna get DRS though, so that's not gonna be good, but he's gonna get a little bit of slipstream there from Bottas, and here he comes then Verstappen. He's gaining, but still
Box.
nothing that he could do there. But now go towards 10-1, nice and easy there. So we have a good paces Ferrari now that we're starting to show it now with the rust now actually a little bit gone, but still Verstappen is still behind us by under a second. We need to get at least over a second off of Verstappen, so this is this is a good race here today for us, and this is a good circuit. This is one of the crucial circuits, our favorite circuits that we really need to win on. We're 9 tenths quicker. Now that we're starting to turn up the pace just a bit, as I said that, Verstappen has gained just over 4 tenths of a second, but still. Oh my goodness. How can we get the handling? How can we get this right? There's going towards the corners there. We are over just a bit, and now Valtteri Bottas has an issue. So the runner-up from last season, Valtteri Bottas, is now going to be having issues here, and that might cost him here in a podium, possibly even the top 5 here in this race. But once again, it is going to be another issue that, remember, he had an issue as well in Brazil. We decided, no, let's just not pit here, and we're just going to go for a fast lap. We've got the pace up, and now we are on the 41.
No issues with tyre wear for now.
So now that we've got the pace, we can now start to pull away on Max Verstappen here because of a whoa,
no tyre concerns at the moment.
Touched it on the wall, but still we're about 6 tenths ahead of the championship leader. We're now going towards a little outbraking there. Outbraking prowess, and now we're starting to struggle on these tyres and possibly vehicle condition.
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving. Tyre condition
and
is
now the gap is over a second between Bottas and Verstappen. It's definitely going to be a one horse battle for the race win. Except that we're going to be just an inch ahead here, and we're starting to lose the rear just a bit more, but come to the thick of it. We slide there just a little bit, but we're fine. We're cool. Well, too much apex there. Now Verstappen is still behind by under a second. So lap 5 of 13, and now yeah. Too much apex, and now we lose the rear on the exit of. Oh, and yep, and we lose the rear, and we somehow still got it saved. How is that even possible? Wow, Verstappen lifted, and here we go. Verstappen, no, they're coming to the pits. What a save that was. You cannot believe it. Verstappen lifted. As soon as we saved it, he thought we were gonna do something abnormal. Well, no, we didn't. We somehow saved it.
Go, exit now. We're racing on the exit. Complete.
Oh, hold on. We have fucked up the pit stop. That is our second flashback of the day. So we're still ahead of Verstappen.
Okay,
so I think the double stack has a little bit luck because we crossed the white line there on the exit. But still, we're going to be ahead of the championship leader and the world champion of Verstappen. And now we've got the DRS, we've got the slipstream, we have the same amount of speed as Verstappen, and now we can start making moves here today. First is on Nicholas Latifi, and Latifi. That Williams is so slow that I can't even outbrake him. Post there, and and we're gonna get held up here a bit on Latifi, but here we go. This is one of the classic Jakey moves here today on the outside. No, that doesn't work, but we're gonna get it back on the inside though. That is the classic Jakey move, folks. That is the classic Jakey move. Go to the outside, get the outside line as much as possible. Latifi is defending on the inside. Brilliant move, and now Verstappen and I think Hamilton are side by side, and now we've made a little bit of contact going through the castle section, and oh my god. Look at this though, this is brilliance. And Verstappen is now behind Lewis Hamilton, so unfortunately therefore the world champion. He's now going to be trying to make a move on, Hamilton and possibly Nicholas Latifi. Latifi's a bit of a slow driver here, so Latifi, you better move your butt there, because oh, and Hamilton, speaking of that, Hamilton and Latifi, oh my goodness, Latifi and Hamilton are fighting it out for just 10th place for track position, and for that reason alone, we're 2 seconds ahead of the rest of the field, and now we're starting to make moves here today, and we're gapping them, and yeah, we see Dan Tickton coming to the pits, and so we're going to be a little bit ahead. I think Bottas is actually going to be ahead of the likes of Hamilton. No, Hamilton's at a massive mess, so Hamilton actually is ahead of Bottas and Verstappen. So now that we got the gap, now that we know that we're the race leader here today by about 2 seconds, now we're starting to try and dominate the race. Remember, last season we've raced it, and this is where the side that we've won our first race when we were in the McLaren. Yeah, now I remember. After so long of not remembering it, now I do remember that we have won it here before with the McLaren. That gave us the first ever win in this career mode. Azerbaijan really was one of the most memorable races on the calendar. Memorable races of that season for us, because that gave us a win. No
issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Alright, I'll take that. 2.5 seconds is the gap. Still, as we continue to put in some lap times here today, and yeah, this has gone well for us, and we're looking as we're looking to get purples here all around. We're a second quicker, but I think Hamilton's row is a second quicker. He might be on the 40s as well, but even then, we're still quicker than Hamilton. 40.8, brilliant lap time there for us, and Verstappen on the 40.7.
Verstappen has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
Now right behind George Russell. We can start piling up the pressure on the Williams driver. Actually, Bottas, by the way, has been has been having a bad race because he now has issues, and yeah, the rest is history. So we're going to be right behind George Russell on that Sophina Williams. Of course, in 2021, Russell was the Q2 master, and in the same year, he gave Williams their first ever podium since 2017. And we're just going to try and make a move around Russell, but Russell is so slow with the performance of the car. We know that Russell is a quick driver when you give him the right type of car, but still, it's just a bit slow because the Williams and Russell locks up there. We're going to get the brilliant exit going through the left-hander, and we're going to get him on the braking zone, and we're going to be ahead of Hamilton because we're going to go deep, and Russell, he's going to get the DRS as well. Russell is going to, no, he's not going to get the DRS, as we were just not focusing. So that's going to be our third flashback of the day, as we see that a replay where we've gone deep on the brakes, but we were still ahead. And now here comes George Russell, and we're just going to close up that and shut the door. So incoming. So people in the medians are coming into the pits, and Russell as well. So George Russell is coming to the pits, and now we're up into second place, and Lewis Hamilton is catching us minute by minute here. 3 seconds now is the gap. So no flashbacks after this lap, because of course it is the rule here in F1 2021. So you see Gasly and Norris are battling it for 5th place, and Valtteri Bottas is starting to fall back here just a little bit. Now going through the right. We're going to try and catch up with Sergio Giovinazzi. I think GS is white looking at us in general.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
We got on 2.5 seconds now, but that's 2.2. We're struggling on that corner. That's it. We're struggling on that corner. Through uphill section of the lap, and getting a great exit actually, getting a good pace there. And now we could get the DRS here from Antonio, from the Italian driver. Actually turn up the pace a little bit because we're purple again in the second sector. And now Antonio Giovinazzi going to lead a lap, maybe not, but I'll give him credit. He is a good driver. He's not in the right car. And are we going to do a 40.0?
That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
And that is a lap. That is a lap. A 40.0.
The car behind has started to drop back.
I can't believe that now. Gasly and Norris are battling up for 4th place here. Norris does not need to lose as much points as possible in order for him to get still get third place in the championship. But at the moment, we're actually, if we win and get the fastest lap, we are gonna get the championship lead by just a point. So that is your championship standings here at the moment. So far, it's gonna be 90 points for us, 89 for Max Verstappen. You know why? Because we have 26 points, so 64 plus 26, and we do not need to make that kind of errors. But
no tyre concerns at the moment.
64 plus 26 equals 90, and 74 plus 15 is 89. So as we made a little bit of a mistake there, that almost killed our race actually. But and we're continuing to be quick here. 38, 39 was the possible. 33 actually was the quickest lap in qualifying, and we are actually quicker than I think it's the Mexican. Yeah. Anyways, 2.335, 2.319. So here we go then. We've lost 2 seconds, but 2 seconds that lap, but we've lost only 1 second. So we're again a second quicker than the rest of the guys behind.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Now the question stands here. Is Verstappen gonna look to overtake Lewis Hamilton here? Because he needs those 3 precious points. So there's 2 precious points. 2 precious points is the lead for the championship. But even then, still not gonna be good here as I go through these points. Time to click it. But still, we're doing quite decently. So 3.9 seconds, and now we're starting to pull away from behind actually. So this is good. This is great, and this will be another win in the book for us. 3 wins in the past 4 races. Wow. So 3 wins in the past 5 races. This will be good. Already, we've won 4 races last season, and now 5 races in, we've only won 3. We've won in Bahrain. We won in Imola, and now we're here. We're looking to win in the Azerbaijan streets here in Baku. And Verstappen though, he's trying to close in as much as possible to Lewis Hamilton. But for us though, we've checked out just a bit. That 3-second cushion now ahead of Hamilton, and that is going to help us figure out in the end of this race. Valtteri Bottas, though, he struggles. Now purple sector 1 again for ourselves. This season has been up and down for us. We didn't score points in China, and then I think we only finished, Portugal, like about 4th. So every single podium that we're in these 5 races are wins, and if we do not win, it's either going to be a top 5 or no points or not scoring at all. But this
Tyre condition is still looking good.
the car is still good, it's still fine. 3.9 seconds. So it's going to be a final lap battle for second. But for us though, we're just chilling. We are just chilling in this Ferrari car. Going now,
We've only got 2
we're going to
laps of
cross
fuel
the
left.
stripes. We're going to come through the stripes for the final lap of the Azerbaijan
This
Grand
is your final
Prix.
lap, final
Well,
lap of the race.
what can we say about this race? It has been great. It's Max Verstappen actually. He's going to look to pass Lewis Hamilton for second place. Hamilton v Verstappen once again, like in real life, and Verstappen is ahead of Lewis Hamilton. But for how much longer though? Is Hamilton? Yeah, it is Verstappen's. It is Verstappen's. Max Verstappen has turned up the jet sail light in the race, and now he's. Oh, I think they're side by side still. It's Hamilton. Yeah, no, it's no, it's Verstappen who will take second place as they're not side by side anymore. But anyway, through this final lap, it is a bit up and down race for us. I mean, we were struggling to find the handling, but once we were comfortable, we found the pace. We found it in the second stint, and it paid off. It paid off for us big time, as we are now 5 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen behind. He's looking to have a 2-point lead in the championship. And yeah, it has been one of the most hectic races so far for us. But 2 weeks later, after not doing streams about Formula 1 that's all for 2 weeks, we're gonna come back here today. Sorry, for a week actually. But we're gonna come back here today to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's 3 out of 5 here so far this season. It's 3 wins out of the last 5 races, out of the first 5 races actually.
Absolutely
And that
awesome.
is
Just amazing.
brilliant.
Well done.
And we did that in style. Brilliant job for us, as we have won here today. We won 4 races last season, but here today, out of 5 races in, we have won 3, and brilliant job for us. We have done it with a lead that can never be catched. We had the pace, the entirety of that race weekend, and we've showed it here today. What a race that was.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
You see there the podium celebrations here today. What a brilliant day for us. And I cannot thank you for this game, and yeah. Holy.
It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Yuki Tsunoda gets my vote today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula 1.
What a race. What a win. It's 3 out of the first 5. And it feels so good. What a race that was. I cannot believe that it just happened. We haven't won like this in a very long time. We did the same thing last season, where we won, but unlike last season where we were getting pressurized in the end, we won it, and we've done it in style. What a win here today for ourselves, for the Scuderia as well, ahead of Max Verstappen, who's lucky that he got that second place, who turned it up late, saved the battery, and in the end he just took it and got the win for him only, as he only takes second place behind us. Hamilton 3rd, Norris 4th, Gasly 5th ahead of Sainz in 6th. Then it's Vettel, Perez. Oh no, Sergio Perez continues to struggle here so far this season. Ahead of Tsunoda, Stroll, Tictum, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Valtteri Bottas. Unfortunate for him, Valtteri Bottas finishes 14th after early struggles with the parent, ahead of Russell, Kimi Raikkonen as well. He struggled ahead of Latifi, Schumacher, Mazepin, and Daniel Ricciardo. Finishes in the DNF spot, just about like one lap in. Fortunate for him. For the standings here today, it is 2 points between Verstappen and ourselves. It's game on in the standings here today. It's game on for the championship lead. Norris in 3rd, he's 22 points back, so ahead of Bottas, Hamilton, Gasly, then it is Perez, then it's Sainz and Tictum and Tsunoda in the top 10. Vettel moves up in the standings along with his teammate Lance Stroll. Then in the constructor standings, Aston Martin are now ahead of Alfa Romeo, and now we're ahead of Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship. Oh my goodness. It is tight in the top, but it is game on in the standings here today. So that's going to be it here for this stream, and I'll see you maybe later. Yeah, later for MotoGP 19, the Austrian Grand Prix, and we're looking to dominate that race. We'll see you in about 5 minutes time, and until then, for Formula 1, it's goodbye, and yeah, we'll see you in about a week for the Canadian Grand Prix. It'll be another favorite track for me, but until then, it's goodbye.